What's up, guys? It's Kash Money coming to you live here from New York, and happy taking care of business Tuesday, and I have a lot of business to take care of. First, I just came back from a lot of traveling, from Texas to Maryland to Florida, and I just want to start off by talking about the Tony Robbins event that I went to a couple weeks ago, because I really haven't been able to reflect with that with you guys, my audience, and I just wanted to dive right into it. So on day 3 of the event, of the convention, it was called Transformation Day because of what ultimately led to you transforming and understanding your inner self to unleash the power within. Tony Robbins said, know thyself, be thyself. So if you can really understand yourself, then that is how you can create the maximum impact that you can on yourself and on your community around you. So first, but it's not just you say it and that's how you become it. It took a long way to get there, and the process on day 3 was called the Dickens process. It was about a 3 to 4 hour process where you're really understanding yourself and getting into your feelings to understand what your 3 limiting beliefs are, and understanding how those beliefs were produced and what negative consequences in your life were as a result of those 3 limiting beliefs. And it was really eye-opening, and it takes a while, okay? And the first step is this. Tony Robbins had all of us close our eyes and envision what our limiting beliefs are. Like, really dig deep to not just what the first thing is, but like the first thing that came to your mind, but really like what was limiting you from fulfilling your highest potential in this world. And his narrations and guidance was really made this more powerful and more of a experience. So I'll share my limiting beliefs in a second. What he did was he had us all close our eyes, right? The arena's dim, there's like nice ambiance music in the background, and he had us think of 3 limiting beliefs. Think of one just limiting belief first, and that is either in your social life, your interpersonal life, your relationship, your finances. It's something that's limiting you from able to go to that next level of success. So once he had us think about it, he didn't want us just to think about it, but he wanted us to embody it, and that's why this process took 3 to 4 hours long. We spent like an hour and a half, 2 hours just focusing on embodying that limiting belief. We closed our eyes and imagined ourselves stepping place in that limiting belief to understand like what are the consequences if we live this way. So like that was just eye-opening in itself. Like, people started to cry. People were screaming bloody murder because you start to really embody yourself in this negative belief, and you're like, oh my gosh. And Tony Robbins was like, okay, now envision yourself and what this limiting belief is gonna do to you if you let it haunt you for the next 5 years. And then people started panicking and screaming. And now what does it look like for you in 10 years? And people started crying. I started crying by this point, and the whole arena is just screaming loud, very loudly, and like you're just imagining how your life is changing from these limiting beliefs. My first bullshit limiting belief, he wants us to call it bullshit, old bullshit limiting beliefs, because that's how small these limiting beliefs are, that we just have the power with our mind to flick them out of the way and instill new growing beliefs. So my first limiting belief is that I can't express my fullest energy and be so complimentive without people thinking that I'm gay. And for just like a disclaimer, I am not homophobic at all. I am straight, I am cis male, my pronouns are him, his, and but this limiting belief kept me from really expressing myself like to its fullest in regards to if I really like that guy's hair over there, or I think that guy has like really nice eyes, like I'm going to tell him because I like my eyes, and I know that if someone complimented my eyes, I would want that to receive that compliment because that'll make me feel good. And that's just my personality, that I like making people feel good. Negative consequences I have already experienced as a result of this bullshit belief is not expressing my fullest energy because I care too much what people thought about me. Another consequence is spending days at a time as if I'm trapped and can't make my move on the world because I feared judgment. And I'll go on to talking about fear of judgment later on, which lead me to my 2 other businesses, BXTRA Apparel and BXTRA Spidey. But that was my first negative limiting belief. That was one. Second is my limiting belief that I can't put myself out there to love because of my past relationship. Shout out to you, my ex-girlfriend, for like taking me to that point where I felt so much pain that I brought to you, and so much pain as a result of seeing you in pain, because I just like it really hated how much pain I brought to you. The negative consequences resulted in feeling loneliness, isolation, because I didn't want to hurt other girls, and another consequence is causing me to be stuck in my past. I missed out on going out more with my friends, and if I kept this fear of hurting girls because of my last relationship, then it would limit me from expanding my energy and expressing my passion for love and wanting to make people smile and be happy. So it took me like that day was October 28th, 2017 is when I broke up with my girlfriend, and I apologize to you out there if you see this for everything that happened from August 2017 to October 2017, and then everything else after that, to all the other interactions I had with people that I had a negative interaction with, or if I caused you any pain. I'm really sorry about that, and I wasn't really in the right mental space, and I needed to work on myself, and improvement is always growing, and progress equals happiness, as Tony says. So I'm still working on myself, but that was one limiting belief where I remember like it really haunted me for a while, and I'm really grateful for my last relationship. She taught me a lot. She's actually the person that got me into wanting to realize that I want to be a nurse because of my impact I could have with people and how I could connect with people. So thank you so much, Nikki Faye, for that. She taught me how to become a better boyfriend, how to be a harder worker in the classroom, and when I'm a nurse, I'll give you your flu shot, even though you're already a nurse, so you can give yourself your own flu shot. But anyway, that's my second limiting belief, that I can't put myself out there, and I think a lot of people resonate with that because of past hurt, past love, past breakup. My third bullshit limiting belief is that I'm just a kid, so there's not much for me to be able to do. A negative consequence of thinking I am too young is I'll always bow down to the rules of my parents, and I will always be the baby in the family, even when my youngest sister would be an adult and successful. So at this point, I'm already breaking down crying because of I'm really imagining what my life would be like in 10 years from now if I'm still living at home, and my sister, who's younger than me, is more successful than me, not because of like greediness, but because like I just didn't put myself out there because I still thought I was a kid. Of course I want my sister to be successful. If you're seeing this, Cariana, she's 17 years old right now, I'm 22, and that was just a bullshit limiting belief that I cannot do XYZ because I am too young, and that is a limiting bullshit belief that I had, fuck that, and a limiting belief that Tony Robbins had, and when he decided to throw away his bullshit limiting beliefs, he made $1 million 12 months later. And so those are my 3 limiting beliefs. Now the next part of the exercise is Tony had us, after we lived it, he wanted us to write down each old limiting belief, cross it out, physically cross it out, change our physiology, and then write our new empowering beliefs, which is changing our focus. And as a result is what I got, right? So for my first empowering belief, which correlates to the first limiting belief, my first empowering belief is, the truth is that I'm badass Cash that wants to share his energy to everyone. My compliments and my energy is used to show the greatness in others, whether you are a guy, a girl, a kid, an old person, whether you are, I genuinely like about, and if I find something I genuinely like about you, I will fucking compliment you. And if you don't like it, then that's more on you than it is on me, because I know myself, and I will hold my genuine energy to its highest standard because I'm always growing, and I know that my energy, my contagious energy, will benefit someone. That's why I want to be a nurse. The truth is, my second empowering belief that correlates to my second limiting belief about relationship and heartbreak is, the truth is I'm a loving, faithful, and passionate person. I'm capable of receiving love from any female spouse, and truth is my past does not equal my future. And I hope you understand that, Nick, because I I love you so much that I want you to be happy with whoever you end up being with in this world, because I know that you are a beautiful individual inside and out. So the truth is, my past does not equal my future unless I live there, but I'm never fucking living there again. Never living there again. My third empowering belief is, the truth is, I'm 22 years old. I just turned 22, July 27th. Shout out to all the Leos, hashtag Leo babies. And I'm a fucking independent, resilient adult now. I'm old enough to make my own educated decisions. I will continue to ask for advice, but I am the one that dictates how my life unfolds. I am the one that dictates how my life will unfold. I'm open-minded to advice, of course, though. Just like Pitbull says, ask for advice, get money twice. But I am the one that dictates how my life unfolds. I'm capable to travel anywhere I want on my own. I'm capable to create my own business, which leads me to BXTRA Apparel, which is all about doing more than what's usually expected. And I'm old enough to be a millionaire by the age of 26 years old. The whole point of this video is to put my limiting beliefs out there, my bullshit limiting beliefs. And the point of that is it will allow me to understand those limiting beliefs, wrap them up, throw them away, and welcome in my empowering beliefs that I just told you guys. Tony Robbins and Gary Vee said similar things already about this, that if you can talk about your insecurities to the world out in public and really let them out there, the more and more those insecurities weaken. And damn, do I feel fucking great right now telling you this, guys. My career goal is to become a nurse and then get some clinical experience and become a nurse practitioner and maybe open my own practice. We'll see. But that leads me, the third empowering belief of I am an independent, resilient adult, leads me to talking about my two companies. So I have BXTRA Apparel, which I started and launched August of 2018, and it's right here, BXTRA Apparel. And actually, shout out to Gary Vee, because that's the optimism and positivity shoes that I just got for my birthday. Those are fucking awesome shoes because I just live positivity and optimism. But so talking more about apparel, right? My BXTRA Apparel, it's a brand that focuses on doing more than what is usually expected. So what that means is basically what I feel I've been living my philosophy of so far, which is that you don't have to be a millionaire to hold a door open to someone. You don't have to be super wealthy and making six figures to be happy and compliment someone. A compliment goes a long way. And in my undergrad at Muhlenberg College, I was a tour guide for 4 years. And in those 4 years, I learned that if I could tailor each tour uniquely to that specific family, then they will remember me and remember that tour, and then they'll come back the following year as a student and thank me for the work that I've done and for making that tour very unique to them. And that is exactly what the heck happened. So because I lived it, I loved it, and I've been an RA also, which ties into being extra and doing more than what's usually expected. So that's why I love this brand. So that's what BXTRA Apparel is all about. If you like what I'm talking about and you like my content, please go on to BXTRAapparel.com. If you like this shirt, this embroidered t-shirt, I have this shirt and a couple other coming out in my new collection, and I'm planning on launching that this week, but it's all going to be on BXTRAapparel.com. Follow me on Instagram at BXTRA.apparel on Instagram. Like my page on Facebook at BXTRA. That's BXTRA. BXTRA. So now my new endeavor, my new business that I'm growing is BXTRA Spidey. So how this started was I've always had a love for Spider-Man. Growing up, my family always gave me Spider-Man gifts for birthdays or holidays, and I just loved it. I wore it as a Halloween costume for many years. I had BXTRA bed sheets, lunch boxes, pillowcases, coloring books. You name it, I had it in a Spider-Man way. I remember gluing my hands with glue stick, and like Elmer's glue. You guys remember Elmer's glue right from elementary school? And my feet, and trying to climb walls because that's how much I loved Spider-Man. So I just saw I just saw Spider-Man Far From Home, and that just sparked my interest again. I'm like, you know what? My birthday's coming up. I'm gonna treat myself to a suit. And my girlfriend now, Shannon, she's the one that was like, you know, that'd be cool if you put it into birthdays and you rented out birthdays. So I was like, there's a great idea. So Now book an event with BXTRA, BXTRA, Spider-Man. Book an event with Spider-Man for any birthday party or general event at BXTRA, that's BXTRA man on Instagram, and BXTRA Spidey on Facebook. So give me a like on that page, and please subscribe to my YouTube at BXTRA, and the website is underway as we speak. That's my answer to my empowering belief right there with BXTRA apparel and BXTRA. My empowering belief now of I'm a faithful, passionate person. I do have a girlfriend. Her name is Shannon. She's awesome. And it's just I didn't mean to even name drop, but I'm just as the camera's rolling, I guess. My point is that putting yourself out there and saying goodbye to your old limiting beliefs allows you to reach a new standard for yourself. And for me, in this case, that's having the capability to love someone again. And yes, I know talking about love and feelings, especially as a guy, could be taboo, but it's real. These empowering beliefs are real. And I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for everything that my past relationships have taught me, whether you were my past girlfriend or we spoke in college. Thank you for everything that you've taught me, really. It's helped me better myself as an individual, as a student, as an athlete, as a boyfriend now to my girlfriend that I have right now. And I'm just really grateful for those experiences with everyone from Nikki and forward. And I'm really grateful for that. So thank you for teaching me all those things. And I'm happy to say that I'm in this point in my life where I could open myself to love again. That is a conversation I had with my friend yesterday that I was helping her out because she experienced heartbreak in high school and hasn't been able to put herself out there. And now she's a third-year college student and she's talking to this guy who she really likes, and the guy really likes her. So kudos to you. Best of luck out there. And yeah, I already spoke about my first empowering belief, so that's why I'm making this video, to empower others to expand the horizon and push themselves to a higher standard. Is everything that I learned, and this whole process is called the Dickinson's process. It's taking me about 18 minutes to explain it, but it's definitely, what I'm saying is worth more than the 18 minutes that I have been holding you as an audience to listen to this video. When Tony had us listen to these empowering beliefs, I felt like I was on cloud 9. I was like floating like this, like it was crazy. And I love these empowering beliefs now. These are things that keep me going and make me want to be a nurse. They make me want to keep on applying myself to new things like BXTRA apparel and BXTRA Spidey. And that is it, guys. I am coming out with a new collection, like I said, for BXTRA apparel. And I am kicking up my BXTRA ambassador program. So for all my reps in Ohio, Florida, Texas, New York, New Jersey, just know that there is going to be a BXTRA brand ambassador program that's starting up. So thank you guys so much for listening to this content. Definitely like and share this video because this is some real shit we're talking about here. And you leave a timestamp of the parts that were most profound to you, so I know what content you like specifically and I could tailor it more to you, because that is doing more than what is usually expected. Thank you. Cash Money out.